everybody, welcome to this week's Chic on the Cheap. Okay, so this week I'm going to teach you how to make a tote bag out of an old t-shirt. Now there are lots of tutorials on the web on how to do this, lots of different ways to do this, but this one is going to be a nice lined bag, and it's really just a way to use up an old t-shirt. I had a lot of t-shirts from high school that I really loved and I just couldn't get rid of, so I wanted to find a way to recycle them and use them for a cool bag. So here is my tutorial on how to turn an old t-shirt into a tote bag.
So first, take your t-shirt, iron it, and lay it out flat, and you're going to cut the sleeves off right at the seam. So just cut right down both sides of your t-shirt, and then cut off the top right underneath the neckline. Then depending on how deep you want your bag, just cut off the base to make the bag as deep as you want it. Next, to make the lining of the bag, I used a scrap of canvas and cut 2 square pieces using my square as a pattern. And then to make the base of the bag, I just used that little piece I cut off and cut out 2 squares for the base. To make the straps, I cut out a piece of fabric that was about 7 or 8 inches by double the length of my front square, and then I just wedged it at the top just like this, and you need to cut out 4 of those to make your straps. So your first step is to take 2 of your strap pieces and 1 of your base bottom of the bag pieces and pin it together and then sew it together just like this so you have seams that are nice and neat. And do the same thing with the remaining 2 strap pieces and the remaining base piece. Then lay them like this, front side or right sides together, and just sew them together all the way around, but leave yourself an opening at one end about 4 inches because you're going to need to flip it inside out. So once you've got the seam sewed all the way around, go back and flip that strap piece inside out, then take it to your ironing board and just iron it really nice and flat, and this is what it'll look like. This is your finished straps and bottom of the bag piece. Okay, so now we're going to work on the front and back of the bag. So take your front piece of the t-shirt and your front lining piece and pin them right sides together, and you're just going to sew on 3 sides of this, along the top and down the 2 sides, and you're going to do the same thing to create your back piece. Use your other t-shirt piece and your other lining piece, and once you've sewed the 3 pieces, you just flip it inside out, give it a good iron, and that's the front and back of your bag. Now to finish your bag, take that strap and base piece and lay it right sides together with the front of your bag and just pin it along all 3 sides. Pin it along the base and pin it along both sides, and this is going to be how you're going to create the bag. You're just going to sew along those seams along the 3 sides and then do the same thing with your back panel. After you've sewed the front panel on, do the same thing with the back, and that will create your finished bag. So when you're done, you may have a raw edge. I just did a zigzag line along the bottom to keep it from fraying, but your other edges should be all nice and finished. Then just flip your bag inside out, and to finish it off, I gave it a good iron, and then I like to take the straps and just tie them into a nice knot at the top. And when you're done with all that, your bag is finished and you have a nice looking bohemian style bag that you can use for groceries or whatever, and mine comes in handy a lot when I go shopping.
I actually ended up using this bag for a lot more than just groceries. I use it for books for the library, for baby stuff. Sometimes I just use it as my purse, so it's a really fun project, and it's actually a really fun gift to give. If you can find a unique t-shirt and turn it into a bag, it's a fun gift to give somebody. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like these ideas, and we'll see you right back here next week.